So, which documents do you need to prepare before you apply for a mortgage? Hi everyone, my name is Lina Boden, and together with our team here in City and Country Financial Services, we help first-time buyers, people just like you, to get on the property ladder. Today, I would like to share with you some information which I hope you will find really useful. When you plan to buy your first property, we need to make sure that you will be able to afford it, and that is to afford it now and in the future. So, unless you are really wealthy and unless you buy your very own home by paying cash, you more likely, as most people in this country and as people we work with, you would save some money for a deposit first. Well, you might be lucky enough and you might have received that deposit as a gift from your parents or grandparents. But the rest of the money you will be borrowing from a lender, a bank, and it will be your very own mortgage loan. If you go to a lender direct or if you work with a mortgage advisor, here is a list of documents you will need to prepare well in advance. And yes, of course, lenders and mortgage advisors do work very differently and they have different rules. Some ask for more information, some ask for less. But generally, you will need to provide these documents regardless. So, first of all, you will be asked for some form of ID. It can be your passport or your driving license. Make sure that these documents are valid and that all information there is correct. That your address on your driving license is your current address, for example, not your previous address or your parents' address. You will also need to prove your current address too. Usually any utility bill which was issued in the last 3 months would be acceptable. So it's your bank statement, your credit card statement, your electricity bill, all of them should be okay. Next, the lender will ask your current account bank statements. Usually they will need to see the last 3. Those statements should show your income and your expenditure. There are some rules when it comes to bank statements, so check with your mortgage advisor if your statements will be acceptable and if they meet those rules. Your statement should show generally your name, your address, your account number and sort code. And because most people use online banking these days, you might have issues with some online statements, so do check with your mortgage advisor. And be aware that if you have more than one current account, then you might need to provide those statements too. Next one, we will also need to prove your income. If you are employed, then you will need to have your last 3 pay slips available. You might need to have your P60 too. As with online bank statements, many pay slips are issued electronically now. Your name and the name of your employer should be shown on your payslip. So do make sure that they are your online payslips are in the correct format and that lender will accept these documents. Again, check with your mortgage advisor, they will be able to support you. It gets more complicated if you receive overtime, commission, bonuses and so on. In this case, last 3 payslips might not be enough and you might be asked for more. If you receive bonuses, for example, then it is very likely that your lender will want to see that you receive them consistently. So you will have to show when you receive your bonuses and how much was paid to you. Usually lenders will ask for some proof, typically pay slips for the last 2 or 3 years. Make sure that you have your pay slips which shows your previous bonus payments. It is very differently, work differently if you are self-employed. And do bear in mind that if you own more than 20 or 25% shares in your business, then for mortgage purpose you will be classified as self-employed, even in the event if you pay yourself a regular monthly income. lenders will want to see your company's accounts for the last 2 to 3 years. That's first. You will also need two other documents, your tax year overview and your tax calculation. You can get them from the HMRC's website, or your accountant should be able to help. Do take into account that it might take some time to have these documents. You might need to register on the HMRC website first, so prepare everything in advance. Sometimes it takes weeks. Both documents, tax calculation and tax year overview, will be required for the last 2 to 3 financial years, depends on the lender. The next one is related to any debt outstanding. So if you have any credit card debt, loans, hire purchase, store cards, then you will be asked for some information like names of lenders, total amount outstanding on your card or loan, monthly payments, and so on. Your monthly or your annual statement should have everything, all information you need. Just get them ready. Proof for your deposit is the next document which you will need to have. Recent statements from your saving account should be sufficient, but you might be asked for further information like gift letter from your parents. And the next one is your budget planner. You will also need to give us all information about your monthly expenditure. Different advisors use different forms, and so do lenders, but in a nutshell, it is a form which shows your monthly net income and your monthly outgoing. We do budget planner because we need to work out how much you earn and how much you spend each month, so we can make sure that you can afford your mortgage payments. And the last but not least, and it is advisable to check well in advance, and we do ask our clients to provide us with their credit report. You can download your credit file from either Equifax or Experian. The file will have pages and pages of information, and we need to see it all, not only your credit score. In fact, your credit score doesn't matter much. Well, it does matter, and it is important, and if it's too low, then it will affect you. But it's not only your credit score that I'll need to see when I work with you. It is all information which is shown in the document. It will be information such as, are you registered on electoral roll? Which financial institutions are shown on your report? Does it show that you pay your credit on time? Is there anything in your report that might cause some issues when you apply for a mortgage? And so on and so on. In fact, I'll make sure that we have another video where I'll share with you some tips and our experience regarding your credit file, why it's important to check everything beforehand, how you can improve your credit file, how you can increase your credit score so you are in the best shape possible when you apply for your mortgage. We'll do it later, but for the time being, make sure that you have all your documents in order and available so you can meet with your mortgage advisor, and you will be one step closer to making your dream come true. And it is buying your very, very own home. I really, really hope that this information was useful. And if you have any questions, then do post them below in this video, or get in touch with us directly. It will be my pleasure and our team pleasure to help you and assist you and get you on the property ladder. Bye for now, and we will talk again very soon.